So the SOP system I had developed has about 190 currently, 190 something SOPs. What do I mean by SOP? So SOP meaning, for example, how to install a Facebook pixel, how to SEO optimize a website using squirrely SEO, or all-in-one SEO, or rank math SEO, or Yoast SEO. I have every single one of those developed as SOPs. And I'm going to show you that. Covers everything from Google Ads to content writing to SEO. I'm adding more and more SOPs to this every single month. The cost of it alone normally is like $1,000 a year, and I sell it. George, can you nod if you have that? Do you have it already? Okay. So I'm actually going to be including that into the war room. So hit me up and I'll give you a credit or something. We'll work it out. But nevertheless, this system I'm going to show you that I've been working on for a bit. And it took me about a year to come out with this. This is why I had been quiet for a long time. I'm going to share some information with y'all in this that I have not publicly shared, I guess, per se. I'm in my bedroom, just FYI. Guilty as charged. The reason why I say systems are so important is because if you don't have your systems down and you don't have VAs you can trust, and even those that you think you can trust can screw you over, and these stops will help you prevent some of that. So let me go ahead and I'm going to do a screen share with these SOPs. That way y'all can see this. Have an SEO that reads the will mine like a clone. I need that. Yeah, I wish. I really do wish, Abe. There are things I see VAs do a lot of times. I'm like, oh my God. Give me 1 second and I'm going to open. But there are times that you feel like there's some basic stuff that we think is basic and it's not basic on any level whatsoever. If you're here in this meeting, go ahead and drop your email into this form. I'm putting it in the chat. So if y'all could drop your name and email into that form, I'm going to give you access to this. But once you see it, you're going to understand why anyone and everyone kind of needs it. All right. So on the SOP system, how many of you see my screen? Give me a yay. It says Rank Fortress Digital Agency, and it has a bunch of black and red covers that show, if you will, what it's covering. Has categories to the left. Give me a 1 if you see it. Give me a 2 if you don't. All right, awesome. So the SOP system, let me log out and I'm going to log back in. That way y'all can see how it works. You're going to come here to this is your login. You log in. Once you send me your email address, I'm going to be, into that form that I just dropped up here. Name and your email address. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you access to it. Let's say, for example, I needed a, just, let's say, link building, right? I could do a search real quick for link building. And there's all the backlinking or link building SOPs. So how to launch a link building campaign for your existing content. Perform a resources page, link building outreach. How to launch this. How to install, LinkedIn Pixel. Backlink audit. So if I click on it, here's the SOP. SOP outline, right? Step 1 gives you step by step. Step 2, step by step, literally. Step 3, step by step. You understand? Everything is literally step by step. Now, the beauty of this is, let's say I wanted to, I'm George or whoever, I wanted to duplicate this. I could duplicate it by hitting duplicate. Now that I've duplicated it as one of the users, it's going to be on my back end. And I can see all of my SOP templates right here on the left-hand side, right? This is the left-hand pane, but this is the SOP content. I can come in here and I can edit all the content, right? I can change it to be according to what I want. I can add in videos, or I can add in images. I can add in things into my SOPs that maybe are different than Williams. How cool is that? You like that? So I'm going to show you some more so you get the drift, but basically you could take that entire system and create a digital agency or help scale your agency. And on top of it, there might be some things that you don't know how to do and you have to freaking go Google it or whatever, but you don't want to have to Google it. So this is going to make it so you don't have to do that. So let's go back to the main. So let's do another one. Give me another, let's say, Facebook, right? There you go. Launching a new Facebook ads campaign. How to launch a lead generation campaign with Facebook lead ads. How to generate landing page for Facebook ads. Facebook ads strategy guide. Installing Facebook Pixel. Step-by-step of structuring your Facebook ads. Now, verify ownership of your domain in the Facebook Business Manager. Let's say content. Kick off your content engine. How to use a content upgrade pop-up to grow your email list. Let's say emails. Let's just say if there's email automation. How to grow your email list. Sending bulk personalized email. Reverse engineering your competitors' email marketing strategy. Setting up MailChimp. Finding anyone's email address. Email testing. I mean, I literally probably cover anything and everything you want to know in here. Let's go Google Ads. Let's see if William knows that. Oh, Google Ads. Got it in here too. So I've been working on this for a bit. Any of you got any questions regarding it? You could literally go, correct. I could take a basic VA that knows nothing, right? Maybe I want to create some VAs. And I don't want to pay $8, $9 an hour, right? Because for a skilled VA, when I say skilled VA, I mean someone with, several years of experience that I'm not going to have to train. You're going to be paying, $8 to $9 an hour. Now, if I go out and get some VAs that don't have any real SEO experience or real Google ad experience or whatever, and I'm willing to work with them, I'll get them $2, $3 an hour all day long. And then I can give them this SOP system. And I then can have them trained on Google ads, Facebook ads, landing pages, conversion rate optimization, backlink building, SEO, on page, technical, off page SEO. And whatever you want them trained on, this SOP system is there to do so. So George, no, I've had a lot of people think, or several people think, that this was included in GMB Pros, and no, it is not included in GMB Pros. Inside of GMB Pros, the only thing they get is, and I'll show you real quick. If it has the word SEO in it, that's what is included inside GMB Pros, or link building, you know, anything to do with that or link building, you know, like this. If you look up rank math, there you go. That's included in GMB Pros, but the entire SOP system, no, it is not. So look at how many SOPs are actually included in this, guys. There are people that I know that sell something similar to this out there, and it sells for a couple of grand or so. But like that, disavowing how to optimize for YouTube, WordPress website, Yoast, calendar management. I mean, you guys, I mean, you could have a VA that's literally like your personal assistant. Because honestly, once you know how much your time is worth, if your time is worth $200 an hour or $100 an hour, you shouldn't be doing anything that would pay less than $100 an hour. Calendar management being one, email management being another. I'm guilty of it. Every agency owner is guilty of it. We do stupid shit that we shouldn't even be doing, and it consumes our time. But this will help you, like this, how to reverse engineer your competitor's Facebook ad strategy. So that I'm going to be putting in here. If you went back to the main, and it has everything in here. How to generate leads without a website. So let's say we wanted to, we're talking about lead nurturing, right? And once you get leads, building up your lead list, how to generate leads, team leader, because it's going to pull this because it's lead, but nurturing, how to grow your list, lead nurturing, right? What is lead nurturing? You know, that way you can literally train a VA. I want one VA that's only on lead generation. Yeah, it's like click minded, and then there's another one, right? Correct. Let me ask some more questions. Dan, this is well worth it for giving up a game for NBA Finals tonight for sure. Thank you. Abe, is it not this well organized with MP2K? Trust me, I bought one of them and it was hot mess all over the place. Forgot customizing. Yep. Most of them, they have, you know, that I've seen, they have the SOPs, but they have no way to customize it and make your own like I do. You can actually, I mean, literally, I'll show you how hard it is. Literally, it's like when you go to duplicate this, you know, you can edit this, and I can add a piece of media in here. I mean, just add media, drop a piece of code and add your video in. I mean, it's that simple, and then it's set up and saved on your own SOPs. So, I mean, it's really, really, really cool. The only thing I haven't done is I have not went through. Yeah, I understand. I have not went through it and organized every single one by category. These are all that, because I have a search bar. Just hit search literally and go SEO, WordPress. I mean, whatever it may be, I can guarantee you we probably have it. So for example, if I went back to the main, and it's a WordPress website, which I'm assuming most of you are using. All right, set up a WordPress site or blog that will scale. The ultimate guide to using Squirrely. All-in-one SEO, initial WordPress website setup. How to grant access. All the stuff, right? Google Sheets. Let's see. Or let's just say Google My Business listing, how to optimize it. Creating and managing Google My Business organization account. An abandoned cart for Google Display. Google Analytics. Google Tag Manager. Granting access to Google Tag Manager. Granting access to Google Search Console. Because these are all questions you're going to get. Because people say, how do I grant you Google access? Right? Imagine a client asks you this, and all you have to do is go in here and literally copy all of this and send that over to a client and say, this is how you grant me access. I don't have to teach these people no more. I don't have to go Google for it. I have access to it already. So I'm going to be granting you guys access to that. Make sure to fill out that form below. So let me go ahead and drop this link in here again for you guys. I want you to fill that out. I know, yes, I have your emails, but I want to make sure I have the correct email because I know like George and them have separate emails. So any questions regarding the SOP system? How many stops added per year? Oh my God, Abe, I don't even, you realize we started this, I had 150, I think a month ago, and I'm already up to like 190. So they'll be added more and more. Like right now, I'm still adding. Let me go over here and see how many more I'm adding. Because I have more being added. Let me go over here to my writer. Handy dandy guy I used to write my stuff up. And I'll tell you about how many I have right now left. I have about 42 right now. For instance, add a lead generating pop-up to a website, adding Google Ads global site tag, applying a name convention to your marketing data, creating a design brief for Google Ads display, creating a LinkedIn ads account, define naming conversions for Google Ads campaign. I literally, excuse me, I literally have all of this. I have about 40 something of them that I'm currently working on right now to get done. So we'll be over 200 in the next 2 months. Any other questions, guys? I'm sorry about my throat. Awesome. All right, if you have any other questions, let me know. I have a couple of calls with some agency war room partners later today. If you have not booked your weekly call, please do book your weekly call. If you have any questions, DM me. Appreciate that, George. Always trying to bring amazing value to everything we do. Lead should be popping off. I've been taking screenshots of that stuff so y'all could see it. There was a question someone did ask, and I'm going to answer. Has to do, I think it has to do with just the climate here, Craig, with the coughing. Leads. There are one or two things you can do, and Amy and Abe kind of talked about this before, but I will never suggest that if you can't get a lead to buy, to drop your price, because if you start dropping your price, the only way that you're going to go is down. The further down you go, the less quality of a client you're going to have, the more pain in the ass you're going to deal with. Okay. That being said, it is up to you. I think a better way to get a potential lead to buy is maybe instead of trying to sell an entire package of SEO, like we do 1,500, 2,000, whatever, is maybe selling a one-off, like Chris Palmer and me have talked about before, doing, hey, I'll come in and do a technical SEO audit for a couple of $100, right? Or I'll fix your SSL certificate for like free or something like that to get my foot in the door. Because if you get your foot in the door and they see the value, then they'll buy from you. Most of the time, people are not buying from you. It has nothing to do with the price. It has to do with the fact that they're not seeing the value in what you're presenting to them. They're not seeing the value in what you're presenting to them. And sometimes, no matter what you do, I've had people that I've done websites for $89. Literally, I'm being completely honest here. $89 with SEO, with a website. This was in a partnership program before, and they don't see the value in it. So you know what William does? William gets rid of them. So there's a lot of times they're never, ever, excuse me, they're never, ever going to see the value. But if they're the type of client you want to work with, they're going to see the value in it. You just have to help them along. And sometimes that's with a foot in the door method. It could be, hey, your form's not working on your website. Hey, your SSL is not installed properly. Hey, let me get you some Google reviews. Simple little things that may take you an hour to do, right? And it won't cost you relatively nothing. And then they see the value and, oh my God, if he could do this for me, what else could they do? And then next thing you know, you can upsell them onto your higher tier services and packages. Now, when I first got started 20-something years ago, I was using Craigslist back in the good old days when you didn't have to pay for Craigslist service listings. And I was charging like pennies, $100 here, $300 for SEO packages. I wasn't as advanced as I am now, didn't have as much experience as I have now, right? So I did what I had to do. Now, what I have done over time is I've never dropped my prices when it comes to SEO. A lot of people see these crazy deals I have, but I have them because most of the time what happens is someone comes in and then they buy other services, right? They buy other packages. And we white label, so we're obviously going for lower cost. But the thing is, even with that, for example, my consulting fee used to be, George remembers this, for free. Then it went to $97 for an hour. Then it went to $197 for an hour. Then it went to $497 for an hour. Now it's at $997 for an hour of my time. And yes, people do pay for it. So if you think dropping your price is ever going to resolve anything, it won't. If you think, and I have thought, no one's going to pay me $1,000 to talk to me for an hour. Yes, they do. Yes, they will. If they see the value in it, they will do it. All right. And those people that pay that, you don't ever hear bitching and complaining. I've not once had someone that's paid the premium come at me bitching. Okay. When you come in and start, hey, can I get a discount? You already see that they're devaluing what you do. So you don't want to do that. John says, if they don't want to buy the whole enchilada, lease them a site. Correct. There are multiple ways around it. So that's what I'm getting at, but never, ever, ever, ever drop the price. The only way, you could do something, for example, if they pay for a year worth of SEO or 6 months worth of SEO up front, then give them a free month or two or something like that. And I gladly work something out with that with y'all guys. But those are the type of things that I would do when someone doesn't see the value. Add more value, add more juice, if you will, to make them see the value. Give them testimonials, things of that nature. Show them the fact that how is this going to help them? How is this going to increase volume and sales and stuff like that? But all right, guys, if you haven't filled out that form, make sure to fill it out. If you missed that form, I am posting that later today in the group, but I'm going to give you guys access to that SOP system. And yep. John says, tell them $3,000 is too much today. I can do $1,500 setup and then a $250 a month with a 1-year contract. Bingo. There are always ways. There's so many ways to skin a cat. You know, it's not funny. You could do it, you know, monthly payments. You can do, instead of, you know, I never do a setup fee, but you could do a setup fee and then do a monthly payment. So imagine if you had, you know, if you signed on, let's just say, you know, 3 clients and they're paying you the $1,500 setup. All right. That's $4,500 in money that you don't have to give to a VA. It's not going to overhead. It's not going to anything but your pocket, essentially. Setup fee, in my opinion, for the most part, has always been a way just to get money up front. Right. Then you're getting that $250 a month for a contract, and they come in for a year, you know, that contract's only worth $3,000. But if you did that, you know, consistently with a bunch of clients, then you're making some money as well. So it's all up to you, but never go for, hey, I'm going to drop my price. Try to get the same amount for different ways, like he's talking about setup fees, etc. So, all right, guys, I will talk to you soon. And I want you to go in there, fill out that form, and I will be granting every one of you access, and give me feedback on it. If you love it, let me know. Give me a video testimonial and tell me how awesome it is and stuff like that. All right. Appreciate it. Until next time, you guys be blessed. Have a good day.